I was never a reader. I would never read before grade 9. And then this year, I just started reading so much, and I would never ever not have a book beside me. Like, I'd just always be reading.
I think I read way more books than I did last year. I read like twice as many books.
I never really liked reading, but this year I read a series that I really enjoyed, and
like my teacher last year, he used to like give questions, like sheets and sheets for chapters, and give this slide, this presentation, that thing, and that thing, and that made me feel like I don't want to read. I hate reading because it was boring. And
I never really got into books as much as I would like to, so much because of all the forced questions and all the workbooks that were associated around like having to read. And that's all that teachers seem to focus on before in English classes.
I have something to say to all the teachers who think that giving work with reading helps us learn more, but the reality is that all we think about is getting it done and giving it on time and getting the marks back, rather than learning something and keeping it in our mind.
because reading is supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to be about what's after. If you focus on what's after, you're never going to focus on what's now.
Honestly, I felt amazing because when I was in Valley Park, I hated reading, and I would get books from the library and just like stuff them in my locker and not read any of them, and then a month later I would just return them. But when I came here, Miss Stockburn like gave us a choice to read, and she has such amazing books. Like, you would tell her a book and she would get it, and that made me want to read so much, and I read so much. Like, it makes my heart so happy.
So our approach to reading this year, what I noticed most was we got to pick what we read. So like right now I'm reading this book, The Book of the Dead. It's a historical book. You know, I like it a lot.
When I got to choose what I read, it made everything more fun, and it didn't feel like I was forced to give time on flipping those pages, and I didn't have to fake read anymore.
I'm usually like, I read a lot in my free time, so I like the choice that we were offered, and I love the library in our class because like there's so many choices of like good books I could read.
And this year, the reading became a lot of fun. Like, you know how you would let us pick whatever book we wanted to read? You had so many choices of the books we liked. And my favorite genre is like romance, right? And I love that. I love that you have so many books.
Something I notice now is that the teachers and the course really are so passionate about making sure that kids really fall in love with reading and really give us the time and the opportunity to really explore all types of reading, and that's something I really enjoyed about this course.
I definitely know that I've improved as a writer. Like I can tell 100% because of like how with reading more books, it's like I kind of like know like more writing formats, if that makes any sense. Like, I used to only write like how I talk, and now I can like, write like actual professionals.
This English class this year has taught me a lot about reading. It's taught me so many new things about books. Inspired me to start, a little bit of my own stories. So I've recently started my own story, and it's going well. I really like just putting my imagination into words.
In the beginning of the year, I wasn't a really strong writer. But I think since I've been reading more books, I became a pretty strong writer.
I read 19 books.
13? Like 42?
24.
I read 13 pages. I'm books.
I read 9 books. I read all the books in this collection. You already know. I read 32 books.
I read 12 books.
I read 20. I read 16. 16.
This year I read 38 books.
This year, I read 23 books.
I read 196 books.
I read 41 books.
I do not like terrorists.
Oh my!
I've read 18 books.